Hi guys and welcome to a really rather exciting video. They've announced Forza 7 and there have been so many news and so much stuff got revealed over the past few hours actually that I really had to put that into a video because I'm gonna talk about the top 10 new features of Forza 7, or I should say the top 10 things that are gonna be featured in Forza 7. So I've got my little sheet right here so that I don't forget about anything I need to tell you guys. So let's just start off with the tracks. Every single track from Forza 5 and 6 will be in Forza 7, so the newer generation tracks will all be in Forza 7, but, and now make sure you guys actually sit down for this one. Suzuka. Suzuka is back in Forza 7. Here's a tweet from Dan Greenwald himself, pretty much revealing that a Japanese track is gonna be in a Forza Motorsport game for the first time since Forza 4. We've got Suzuka finally, which could mean there could be some more Japanese tracks, and there is still hope for Fujimi. We've got Suzuka, which is incredible. It's an awesome track we haven't seen in such a long time, so that got revealed. Furthermore, we've got Mugello back, the Italian track we've last time seen in Forza 4. Again, is back in Forza 7. We've already seen a clip of some racing trucks driving on Mugello. Awesome track, I love it so much, and it's got a huge straight as well, which is gonna be interesting. And now I had to calm myself down for this one because my all-time favorite Forza track is now back in Forza 7, Maple Valley. Maple Valley is gonna be featured in Forza 7 once again. Mind blown. And to top it all off, those 3 tracks and probably even more tracks got recaptured in 4K for the ultimate graphic goodness. So they are completely like rebuilt to provide awesome graphics on those old tracks. Huge thanks to the guys from Forza Motorsport for actually pulling this off, because those are tracks a lot of you guys probably wanted to see again as well. That's incredible. And of course there are some new tracks in Forza 7. For example, the desert track in Dubai. And there are probably loads of other tracks that are going to be revealed over the next few days. So that's pretty cool. Now moving on from the tracks to the cars itself. There are going to be over 700 cars in Forza Motorsport 7. You've probably heard that already, but what's exciting is that those 700 cars are actually available from the get-go. Those do not include DLC cars, which makes the amount even more significant. And there will be Horizon Edition cars once again in Forza Motorsport 7, carrying over from Forza Horizon 3. Those will come back. There will be loads of new cars, obviously. Like we've already seen the GT2 RS, which is now in Forza 7. Awesome car from what I've seen. Sounds really good as well. And yeah, loads of new cars. And what's really exciting for myself and probably for some of you guys as well, Forza 7 is gonna host the biggest amounts of Ferraris and Lamborghinis of any racing game. That's, for me, that's pretty cool news. For some of you guys probably as well. And I'm really looking forward to what Lamborghinis they actually put in the game. Body kits. Body kits are gonna be taken from Forza Horizon 3 into Forza 7, which is interesting because that's pretty much the first Forza Motorsport game including white body kits. We've already seen some cars with body kits actually in a trailer, which I'm gonna like put right here, and there are gonna be new ones as well, new body kits available. Adding to the body kits, I found another interesting thing. I've had a look at the GTR gameplay on the Nürburgring, and I've spotted that some parts of the car, for example the windscreen wipers or the rear spoilers, now actually move. In real life they kind of vibrate and shake, the spoilers, and they now do that in the game as well, which I think is a very neat feature because it makes it look more realistic. Now I wasn't sure at first if the spoiler was actually damaged and now started moving, but even if it wasn't, or if it was, it looks kind of cool. And here's a clip of it as well. Damage model. Now the damage model in Forza 5 and Forza 6 hasn't been great actually. There have been some cars with good deformation, but for example the Ford GT was horrible. Like you could only like scratch the paint. But it looks like the damage model got slightly better. On some cars at least, because there's an Audi R8 with a bent rear spoiler and so on. It looks a bit better than previous Forza games, but we'll have to see in some more footage if it's actually a lot better, but I think they improved it. Moving on from cars to the game itself. Dynamic weather will be featured in Forza 7. Now, this has been featured in other games, for example, Project Cars, or Forza Horizon 3, in fact. And I think it's a huge step from Forza 7 to actually include this now in the game. I'm also interested in whether you can change the speed of which the weather is changing. You could do that in Project Cars, and that was kind of a cool feature. It's gonna be interesting to see what features there are, but dynamic weather, dynamic puddles, definitely a great feature and awesome to have this in a game. We've also got new assists, new driving assists. Here's a clip of it as well. There's now a friction assist, which is pretty interesting. I had a look into it. Changes the way the car reacts to driving off track, which is an interesting feature, I'd say. So yeah, that's new. And you probably heard this already, but I'm just gonna include this in this video because it's actually kind of cool still. The game itself will run on 4K 60 FPS on Xbox One X and PC, but you can also run the game on the normal Xbox One and the Xbox One S, so don't worry guys, you can actually play it on those consoles and you don't need a 4K TV or anything. You can just play it in 1080p 60 FPS on any Xbox One console, so don't worry guys, that still works. Now this video and those gameplay clips in the background are actually 1080p 60 FPS, because keep that in mind. Career mode, yes, there is a very small interview on YouTube where they interviewed Dan Greenwald himself. I'll leave a link to the interview again in the description, you can check it out. And they asked him about the career mode, because let's be honest here, the career mode in Forza 6 was, I won't say boring, but it was kind of linear in a way. It wasn't really that exciting. So they changed it up a little bit from Forza 6. There's now going to be different championships where you collect points and more points to progress and enter differing championships. Now it's not starting from like small cars and moving all the way up to like Le Mans racing cars. Within those championships you can drive a whole variety of cars. I'm really interested to see how this is gonna work out. And he also mentioned on a side note that if you play through the game, something's gonna happen. Now he didn't clarify what's gonna happen, but that actually kind of makes it interesting now. So yeah, something's gonna happen if you play through the game. Auction House. Auction House is gonna come back from Forza Horizon 3, a little updated and a little improved, but it's gonna be the first time we have an Auction House in a racing game, or Forza racing game, since Forza 4, so that's really cool. And to top it all off, here's a picture of the different versions of Forza Motorsport 7. They have actually been revealed on Twitter. Again, the standard version, the deluxe version and the ultimate version of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to tell you guys about Forza 7. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see in Forza 7. What are features you're still waiting for to be revealed? What are things you don't like about Forza 7? So drop a like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more Forza 7 videos and more other racing game videos, and until next time, bye!